Maya Movibia, aha, Mawakwaba, Elfambra, Cstv News of 24, and Sumrena Susumetragu, or my movie months and Devi Simple Wire, the Cassia so at the Eba Diamond, Nakasiano, my if you did with ma, and Casa, some make us say Ganaman Penny Abedi Eco Piemo, Elranda, and mine matches saying Comodina, it's the Elco, so and Muslim, yet they ever barber so more na NPP Amano Kono. Ade subo ebo good board nini na efa galam se hu to kwa chese empenifo ekon emusa so ye de ebeba besum na ebebo remu ewo obi man so ense yebegine mu ewo Nigeria mino emu na Cyrus Dream Jewelries, Amsa Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, KS Raffles Co Limited, Nab Apartment Hotel, and our friends of Crystal Director Shop. I'm going to say as in the way they can say so at the Eba Besumo, again so I am a me ama before my end I will tell you about in Tremona Yad Besumo. Meda se na hwene so se kase obenye bi ahwe ewo abafidate time eso Facebook no CSTV so do YouTube CSTV adoma no boso se ne be ya bibia so obenye bi ahwe ewo ho na mayento yes na se ye sha ase na ye sha ase de ni ekwa kochiremu ewo Ghana mampeni abedi echire na kachi na no adokopie mu ewo Rwanda emanu mu ahinkro eye Kingali mu achese nkomodidie na etimi ekosuni na efa ebibiman senyo bibiman betimi ade wo ho na wabra mampani abede chire obenfu gin na na opoku ajuman ekopie mu ewo honom no ode sense bi enetu edwa.
We have not been short of policies, of plans. We learned from primary school going forward what Africa is endowed with, and that is positive. So why are we here? I want to recognize the speakers who have come before me in the plenary and so on, and to say that I feel one of the things we are missing is to understand our history. Who have we been? Where have we come from? And then why are we here? What has our past been like? Who has been telling our story? Who is defining who we are and who we can be? So it is taking agency. It is taking action. It is about taking charge of who we can be. It is not about others defining for us. We are talking about from Pan-Africanism to Meta-Africanism.
Na Ghana mampeni abedi echire obefu gin na opoko ajuman ekasari echire no sanso ede etu edwa esenkrofo tai kase oba eye ebibre atoye afema ekamia koyese nimde de ye sheda enni bia chese yebetimi ede aye bribi ama ye man so etumi etumpo no sese sabese a wose yetimi efiade pa ekọ echire.
I had a conversation with a friend who was telling me, oh, we lack the expertise. And my question was very fundamental. How old are their expertise? How old are their experts? What will it take for us to train our children that we know are bright and are capable and are willing to learn? So what is stopping us? And if somebody tells us also, oh, we don't have the equipment, how much does the equipment cost? And how much are we spending to support other people's equipment? So you see, we need to go back to the fundamentals and then imagine something that our Pan-Africanists imagined of a continent capable that can go into negotiations with the proper information, education, the confidence, and the willingness to do what it is that helps our continents to grow and be sustainable. That is also very, very important. So we should move ourselves from a position where we think others must do things for us. No.
Itiwe aya obefu jenna na opoku ajumangana mampini abedichire na yokote no enkana ibefu aya sansem no na yedi ni atremu ewo insem foforo mu na nanwada ana chese ebeto eja ese oko aya gold board achese sikabutni ebeye se 1.7 billion US dollars ana chese ayra ifri aya gold board akache na ndeya make say aya nanabi ade insem ababetu eja wo treble saying they will share send your for good tour air coso ewo omaimu no was a good board in share and as a car afa was assassin na efa a galamsey achese yetu ewo omai Ghana hanum ese.
He did not just talk about Galamsey from studio in Accra. They actually stood, for example, at the river banks, holding press conferences after press conferences, painting themselves as the outstanding defenders of our water bodies, our forests, and our lands. They accused the MPP of destroying this country's natural resources and told Ghanaians to vote the MPP out. We never knew that they were going to put a structure in place that will cause us so much harm. That is the gold board. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the MPP is out. The NDC is in. And illegal mining by every honest measure is worse today than the day they stood on the banks of the river and pointed their fingers at us. Today, NDC continues to heavily poison the rivers they once wept for on camera. The Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana have failed on both counts. Our rivers are dying. Our people are getting sick. And now we learn that on top of all of that, 1.7 billion has vanished as well. This is not incompetence. This is not leadership as well.
Na nabi ekasawi ye train was so a day to a dra SSR 1.7 billion US dollars. How de ba or my Ghana yesike mo 22 billion Ghana cedis. Achese IRA a free a good board on was paid for a banan churchimu omofa and brania a kobaya sasikabutini etimi IRA.
You think you are going to stop? We are not. We will ask the hard questions. And if you vilify the minority leader, if you call him names, I am happy that Osahini Alexander Afenyomakin instituted a civil action against them. That is a court matter. I will not be interrogating that matter here. But that fact, the 1.7 billion debt, it cannot be swept under the carpet of insult, vilification. It cannot. Whether every city of blame sits with Gold Board or the Bank of Ghana or both institutions acting together, that is precisely the question the minority is demanding answers to. The Ghanaian people deserve those answers in full. You bought gold and you came back with 22 billion Ghana cedi loss. That is precisely why Ghanaian people are entitled to a full and a honest disaggregation of this $1.7 billion. How much of this loss came from foreign exchange differentials? We ask. As the cedi and the dollar moved against each other, how much came from the actual prices which Gold Board bought this gold and the prices at which it was later sold? We deserve to know this as well. 3. And what considerations, what judgment, what analysis inform the management decision behind those transactions? We deserve to know. Ghanaians are not asking for favors. They are asking for the truth about their money before it is taken from their pocket a second time to rescue the very institution that lost it initially.
na wasasem kraye emu anachese donkuma omo mrashe bejofie chese na omo efre eye penin country for that good board and no sami jemfi ese adaruma wambra eye mrashe bejo na fesu yendo na no enfasa sikabotine eye 1.7 billion US dollars etimi ayra efre wana kachine no and the speaker of parliament Aban case for Smana Bagben and they say wabetu edwa wo chebo ese umbetena sem no so na fe omotimi Domu Isuko.
They have filed, which was received in my office on the 21st of August 2026. Yes, 3 days ago. 3 days ago that it got to my office. I have gone through the motion myself, and I intend to admit the motion because we have to at least have an end to litigation. As to whether it's a loss or it's a cost, this House will have the opportunity to go through it. And please, Ghanaians are very intelligent people. They will listen, they will read in between the lines, and they will make their decision.
Na sasem kreye emu anakojo upon nkroma ede sama babetu edwa wochimu se sansi kaboti 9 day ayira no eda Ghana fo etiri so e wose yeni na yetwa na mayeti semu peni ede tu dwa no ebi
billion. Yes. Nti ono de asem no onim hwehwe. Na kano yenko bisa BOG. But mo decide this is kano. Mo de beye tricks wo CD no ho. 107.3. Say try na ya ma CD no. Ejina beye 10. Ebema obi a ho atono. But nipa wo kan sa chere wan kan no kra nche ni say rather no wo boka hye echire ho ama na ono akro ya na oba be dey. Obi tia sa kano. Ghana population ya 33 million. I will grab a calculator. Now divide 22 billion cedis by 33 million. Ube hu ka wo mabwa Ghana ni ba akwala na ye wo nge. Ube hu ka wo mabwa to amano in 1 year. We produce say omte. Mo fa calculator. Ye wi a o memba ka figure. Pese wa calculate na ka figure ni chere. Inti de akoba ni say o maboka 22 billion Ghana cedis. E o sa gold dwedie no. Na no na te say if ya see Uza me Kenya na makacho say e kan ya throw Bank of Ghana books nim. But in penifoni bebre argument are making say e kan fine or Bank of Ghana books nim. Afenyo press conference or say fine e kan or Bank of Ghana books nim. But obi ne kodi dwa no ma sa kan buy. Asa ni pa kon cross wa boa Ghana. Na wetumi ama Ghana gold reserves akon anim. Nti ono kodi dwa no buy e kan do 22 billion no. Say ye kind omo contributed to Kana any ono so wo asem yi na no in fact before then na abro say asare I video about no abna be video no mba am say abna poor woman until the Okana say onim hwe wabon onim hwe na okeka bi maka cho so mo kon masama ya nche wa e be di watem na afenyo be in press conference say no enye Bank of Ghana nkwa na question answer gold board ono kudi dwa no e ba nche ono so wo questions obe answer gold board buy say ono ni book mu de when you profit of 5 billion.
Yes.
Nti ono de asem no onim hwehwe. Na kano yenko bisa BOG. Na afenyo crowd ti say na dey fa asema ye kan ho be. Ka wa bona ye kan wa say na afenyo ti say.
Right, but obi hoping
Inti we koyo opo nkruma na yekote de ekane be free sase we so na ye de yeni atremu ewa National Youth Authority na omo boss George Opare Ado e de futu e de ekwa ema imobunu ese won hye won so na fesu bibia e be touch man na se enkoye ensi we ewo omoda chimu no wonye enfre wa kwem na mayete semo peni e de atu dwa no ebi.
Leadership can easily be derailed by drug abuse, violence, crime, irresponsible behavior, and other social vices. And in the last few months and years, We are seeing a growing trend in young people acting more irresponsible. Our secondary schools have become a place where young people engage in all sorts of activities, one fight after the other. We expect our schools to become a place where we can engage in ideas. We can have battles of ideas, not battles of fists. That is not what we are training you to be. I therefore urge you to work harder, take up the challenge of becoming responsible leaders, and make sure that behaviors that will derail you and take you away from what you intend to achieve, you don't fall victim to it. I urge you that when you get opportunities like this, use it to network.
Na okasawi echire na pani kwankyerɛ for the National Youth Authority Osman Ayariga eso ede efutu ede ema imabunu ese sa wode wadeja ebe ma wadanfo anase obi a wodono no entwaye kresan se that chibi no ebe hawo wodachi na mayiti semo pani ede etu dwano ebi.
Also, engage in different types of pornography. We better say we are sending away video, and I say we are sending away picture. I say child will say let's send them away. Child will say let's send them away. We need every obey president. I say obey speaker of parliament. Now say near my and who he has say go on. Now he na ego about it. Into the best youth of the country and say, I'm say we am in Pina and I say we am a boyfriend. And then Odonna so and I will send it. So China. I don't know say won baby a phone be kwa do and I say we phone bet ma say na eja by mistake akoko go about it. Aside from that so say advice almost say cha say send cha say mo video call mo recording no mo nchai na embwan na.
National Security Minister Odi Kankra ewo Omaiga na hamu Fourth Republic Ora Kofi Totobi Kwache and they were to abai enemy essay yaka vigilantism at 2019 at 999 I was saying penny for Eden Sakraya Eben na afitso it's me ebua ma wojumedin so it's me akwenim 30.
In South Africa they had a national peace accord. Similarly, in Kenya, after the 2008 election violence, they had an accord. The point about the accord was not just the existence of the act, but commitments, measurable commitments, and the machinery to enforce whatever it is that the law seeks to achieve. Act 999 does not have any of those enforceable mechanisms. It does not have any machinery for measuring, for establishing or making sure that the commitments that are reached are actually determinable and enforceable. So I would like to suggest that rather than throw the law out completely, the law needs revamping, having regard to the fact that it has not been served the purpose much. How can we improve on it? My problem is that once you say that the law is unenforceable, the people who are doing the vigilante right now will say, we have won the fight.
In crime popone mante mayor Michael Pakpo alote mekasi wose wapao task force be se edionu nini na efa se ukofa ehyan sai jumedia na se lorry fa se yede ma wono enye fedi agote tru se edu enimre na ukofa ehyan ede eko wo fiefia na se wedwumi ma chese fe no omotumu pa na mekase die or say task force base edionu de wode abase ne be omubeboa ama lorry fe na omotumu eko enim no so ye betimi abre no ase.
The task force that are commanding on the truck drivers that are charging fares that they are supposed to charge. As I speak to you now, we are about to move out. So we are hoping and praying that they have stopped with the noise that we have made with the the media all over the place, trying to let them know that there is a task force outside there. The task force is ready to move out. We are 20 in Nama, and we are going to, as I said to you now, we are going to the CMB area. We are going to Circle. Those who are moving cars to Awushi, Amasama, out west, the first we stay normal for the passengers to enjoy.
Ora Michael Pakpo alote na yakote na nkana iwe Johnson we so na yada yon hutu yaba edwide mu nsem na dia akechin so yede ebeso.
Company Limited. So we per blocks machines here eye papa. Na ne bonso esan eda form dia. Enye na enwani Answer Company Limited. Ye were conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one accessories nyina. Na fe so blocks machines ahodro a wo pani nyina bi so ewo ho. Hwehwe ye kira kwan ene ya. Ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction. Ye ni KFC dan no na edi nhwe nimu. Freye was 05240 and I say 0540725850. Ansel blocks machines papa efie.
Yes, I'm Bibia Aquaba Vioda, so I share if you are print of Brecasia was CSTV. So, they do so a debo as na Oswafo no, I share a ways and housing and so a Ahmed Ibrahim na Wabra Copiemo a war a Nasway ho and Ode L2 a jar a set. Oko or might be at a Cote d'Ivoire. I dare say I don't hold wo esisino a bro by say 50,000 and so bo my Ghana hanum say dia 15,000 a dime yentimikra AC and no anache say o man penny and I say Ora Ahmed Ibrahim a church mu ese and tray kre was say a den share mapa egu akwem na fen so it's me eboa.
Responsibility that comes with it. The ministry has an important mandate. And the work we do directly affect the lives of the people of Ghana. Why is it that Cote d'Ivoire in the last 10 years have built about 50,000 houses? And Ghana from 2012 to date, we are building 5,000 and we can't. With even 1,500 we couldn't complete. What is wrong with us as a country? Too partisan, too parochial, too selfish. We need to eschew this, come together and bury ourselves into the vision of the president. We will finish what stands uncompleted and we'll be able to initiate something.
Na ekua ya was People's Alliance for Governance and Accountability. E trying to ase paga and pedifone and they will bo amanye ese o share good board esikabotina afa wonsa se 1.7 billion US dollars afa wonsa se no was say e was penifo etimi eba na fe so asem no wetimi edomu esuka no sesikabotina ayera no so etimi epe ehun pomasibre.
Who were the off-takers of the gold? We need food. Government cannot claim the program's benefits while shifting its losses elsewhere. If Gold Board takes credit for building reserves, strengthening the cedi, and reducing gold smuggling, it must also account for the full cost of the transactions. Ghanaians deserve to know who were the off-takers of the gold. We need full disclosure. If Ghana knows all those who buy our oil and cocoa, then we need to know who is buying our gold and where they are from in the interest of transparency. What discounts were granted to the off-takers? This is important because the discount granted means we were actually selling the gold at a loss. So what occasioned the decision to sell the gold at a loss? What is the discount formula that the Bank of Ghana used? Why did it arrive at a formula to discount the gold, even though Gold Board, the aggregator, is both a monopoly and a monopsony, meaning no other entity can sell gold to the off-takers, and similarly, no other entity can sell gold to the Bank of Ghana.
Na ora kojo opo nkruma enso ekasaya wochebu esende wo share kabotene 22 billion Ghana cedis ayera efree gold board no wochebu ese wo share kabotene a ayere oba omayi mu achese sika ayera efa ye economic ehunu transaction atese yaye ni na afiwe die no ekweneni mpaye.
This is the single most colossal loss that we have made on any single economic transaction in a single year.
7.3.
Now 22 billion no. It means we agenda 111. 22 billion no. Enyuma ebetumi aboa my bie and this for supporters be breatifie. Obi be ma sika kakra so ono anya sika oye wadoye ama na also udi echi edifen nkasa 22 billion no. Ejuma nke betumi bie manka wo onye biaye eno ne e ka ba ye ka ho asem se e wo si itumi si nkunwa ne ahwehwem e dey decisions na mo make ya e ma e ka se e ka twetwiri di se ba ye wo kan om se na se MPP boka 400 million e wo gold for oil MPP boka 400 million wo gold for oil no Ghana fan pam na mfia ben now what boka 22 billion e kan difference ne se MPP for boka 400 million na 400 million it depend 22 billion 400 million Ghana for were upset. A Pamo MPP for BEM. So you cannot use that as your defense.
Na ye free sansem no eso na swafo no ehwenyen kania ensem John Jinapo eso ede atu eja wo chebo ese aban ede nhihye mapa egu akwebuse ne beboa ama yenyinum kania so etimi ejina so pampemeka say electronic vehicles and no what they bus ne beboa ama nkania so etimi ejina so na mayeti semo ura John Jinapo ede etu dwanu ebi.
As I speak, there's legislation before Parliament to regulate EV vehicle usage and how we charge them. And there's a reason. We observe a certain trend. People seeing that opportunity have started setting up EV charging stations. And with new technology, in 5 to 10 minutes, you are able to charge your EV vehicle. And that will consume a lot of electricity. And so what we witness is that people set up EV charging stations and immediately the transformer gets blown. So what we are saying is that you would need permission to set up that EV charging station from the Energy Commission. That gives us the opportunity to reinforce the grid, install more transformers, so that by the time you are ready, we can accommodate your charging station. Other than that, it will keep collapsing the transformers in that vicinity or local.
My friend, you able as say for your Ninkochimo, ewo obi my so as a general, ewo Nigeria, mino, emona, Nigeria, the Okupimo, ewa, a back kidnapping there, a cosopa, ewo honum in there make us in Nigeria, Mampenimbola, Tinabu, so at the Sababa to a double chibu as in Dewa Pow, a sharp for Mobeshe, ama one natch say what did to trust him, ewo Nigeria, mine more at a chain in Crofono, a bit to me it to a say, ewo Nigeria mino emu. Maya humen sen we su tell ya ba agudie mu sem no dia kitchen so ye de be ma.
Sewa Edu, the manager of Crystal Jurek Pet Shop. Here, we have varieties of pet foods and accessories. When it comes to dog foods and cat foods, we have everything. We have the 25 kg pellets, the 20 kg, the 10 kg. We have Happy Home, High Performance, Dog Chew, Jack Pet Food, GC Puppy and Adults, High Retrieval, Happy Canine. When it comes to the leashes or the collars, we have everything, whether small, medium or large. We have their supplements, their vitamins, fish oils, medicated soaps, and their tablets. We also have the flea and tick sprays, their refreshers. And when it comes to their bowls, we have different types of bowls, stainless or plastic bowls, medium, large. We have their traveling bags, their bathing tubs, their towels, and all their chains as well. We also do breeding of dogs and cats, whether you are looking for poodles, puppies, any mixed breed, we have them. Foreign cats too are available. When it comes to their treats, we have the big bones, we have their biscuits, we have their snacks, we have our locations. One is located at East Legon American House, adjacent KB Clay, near Intifo Avenue Street. We also have a branch at Blue Lagoon, Sacramento, opposite the Ghana Poultry Farmers Association, General Anchor Street. You can contact us on 0243 03 2066 or 020 473 8175. At Crystal Jewelry, we will always want your pet to smile.
Lase mayesa mo bibia akwaba biode du so eye agudemo ensem na sofo a ono ehwa agudebo ese eye Kofi Idi Adams na no ada obo anan ekopie mu ewo multipurpose sports complex no ewo epoye matem na openi ye dia to edwa wo chewo se wa bra okopie mu ewo honom no na wo hwe ni mi se eye sports complex won ohonom ebeye ye pa na so okopie mu osenia ohonom esitie no entire kra wasisika na mpenefo edi egu akwemu wode ahye sa sports complex nini na ahegu.
Oh well, I was expecting to see it in a better state. And speaking to the chief executive and others, in that state, because say make us a proper handing over was not done, because if proper handing over was not done, then the exiting administration at the local level would have properly also handed over to the new administration for them to know the state and take full responsibility and take charge. But since I can say that did not happen until like project and edifice is just there. And everybody have just access for them to come and do what they want to do. Sani Emenginan was take full responsibility and see how to deal with the situation.
Na my frisa and several SAFA ni echebo ewa insem fufromu a na wada ne beto edwa SGFA omunya sponsorship achese abasobo etbe ekoso Salim Adams enya abasobo onya ye chrebu edia $5,000 and a Benjamin Asare and so enya $38,000 and a chese Benjamin Asare it's me enya ye na eno ana chese ora jod free ye ede etu edwa wo chrebu ese work up na yekoe no Benjamin Asare wanye hwe was our work up no emu na achede achese impedifo ede ema ye nka wo say yedini na ede Emma Salim Adams.
Between Benjamin Asare, who went to the and listen, this is very critical. Between Benjamin Asare, who went to the World Cup to claim $100,000 appearance fee, number one, who got a winning bonus of about $40,000, who got a per diem of at least $1,500. Between this and the man who is in the local league, who should be rewarded? When you do this, why would Salim not go to Sudan? Midiama, the league champions of Ghana, is going to take part in CAF interclub competition, and his best player is with his opponent in Sudan. When you do these kind of things, how do you want your league to be exciting? Don't you think that if a certain Salim had received this kind of, you will say, oh, if I'm going to get $30-something thousand car, oh, then I must as well stay one more year in the league and help my club to participate in Africa. You see, these are the things we talk.
Yanko ye kasi enini na ewo enije diebo esem na swafo no ehwe akwansra ho esem eye onmanyamfo ablajifa gomashi na de amekase o chese wapao eye enisuade hunu eno no eba beboa ama eba ye creative industry cinema chese betimi edi etum pompa na etimi aye nikenika na mayinti sema ablajifa gomashi honorable ede etudwa no ebi.
A thriving creative arts industry requires deliberate investment, strong institutions, and an enabling environment. This is why we are taking concrete steps to support the sector, including the establishment and implementation of the Creative Arts Fund and the National Film Authority Fund. We are also strengthening international partnerships, skills development, as well as working to improve infrastructure and opportunities for the production, distribution, and export of Ghanaian creative products. Our vision is to build a creative arts industry that is economically viable, globally competitive, professionally organized, and capable of providing sustainable livelihoods. We will continue to engage you, build partnerships with the private sector and development partners, and pursue policies and programs that create real opportunities across the creative value chain. I look forward to a frank, constructive, and productive engagement today. Let us use this opportunity to strengthen our partnerships, identify practical solutions, and work together to position Ghana's creative industry within where it truly belongs, at the heart of our resetting agenda and on the global stage.
Onwenya for ablajifa gomashi ne kotene enkana iwejina nsenwe so na kase yebuabu aduni nano yedi esi ewa ha nap apartment hotel Crystal Direct Pet Shop and our face so Amsa Block and Machinery and Bulk Manufacturing omo ena omo so ya se ayede kase so ade ebeso mo ede amje so e mame ama bafua makrao.